for crying out loud. Oh, jeez. Well, let's see. We have about 25 minutes until the metalheads go live. But you know what? We'll try this one last time here. I don't know what's going on here today, but it's not been very good luck. So that time, apparently, the router stopped working for whatever reason. It turned off, then back on. It's, man, I don't know why it's not been letting me back into these either. Like, I could have swore there's a way to get back in these things, but for some reason, it's just not having it today. All right, but here we go. We're only at 2 strikes, so we get one more. So we're back again. We will finish this final 25 minutes, even if it's the last thing I do. But alas, here we are. Not sure if I'm going to keep the other 2 on here, but well, I might, depending on what happens. The last one, for some reason, is not working. Yes, exactly, Whip's World. 3rd time's a charm. We're going for it. We got about 25 minutes until the metalheads go live. I am adjusting the screen very carefully. I am keeping all these fingers off of my keyboard, off my mouse, because at this point I just don't trust it. Oh boy. I am metalheads. I had to have the internet beefed up here. That's why I've been having. Yeah, I mean, we have like one of the best internet plans here, so I don't know why all of a sudden today we've had this issue. I think this has maybe happened once or twice beforehand, but alas, I guess, it is what it is. Christine, good to see you back again. Hopefully this time it doesn't quit. But like I say, this time until the very end, my hands are back here. They are not touching the keyboard. They are not touching the mouse. It's like, nope, not until the end. I will not put anything on my keyboard, on my mouse, until it is time to post a link for the Metalhead stream. I have no idea what is going on today. But alas, here we are. I totally forgot what I was talking about the metalheads here earlier. And I've totally now forgot what I was saying prior to that. Oh, yes. So my inactivity, like I said earlier, I talked about being on a work trip for just shy of a week. And then last week, not feeling too great. And also dealing with a lot of day job changes and such, which have really kind of threw a wrench or a loop in my schedule. But back again, and I'm going to try to get another video here between now and when we get, if we get it up to the, before the next stream here. If he freezes again, it's not my fault. I don't know. I had to bump something both times, and I have no idea what, because it happened one time to me. I can't remember how long ago it was, but ever since then, I have always put my mouse cursor in a place where it doesn't matter if I click, because my mouse is a little wacky at times. So I just moved it over to some place where you would think it wouldn't do any damage, but apparently today it's creating all sorts of carnage. But alas, we got let's see, 20 more minutes before the metalheads go live. They are starting. Their stream is scheduled to start at 6:10 p.m. Central Time or 7:10 Eastern Time. To those of y'all maybe more towards the East Coast, or that would be 5:10 Mountain Time. Otherwise, if you're on the other side or wherever you might be, make sure you go check out them afterwards, of course. And hopefully they have better connectivity than I do. Ricky De Hoyos, good to see you, Ricky. Another frequent visitor here. Great to see you, man. It's been, man, oh man. Next week will be better. We'll make sure that we don't have this problem reoccur. T-Bone's Fishies saying good day. Good day to you, T-Bone. Good to see you here, man. Whew. Forgive me, folks. I'm a little flabbergasted about these two stream abrupt endings. It throws me for a loop when these things happen. But alas, we will make a show here today, one way or another. Ladies and gentlemen, today's drink of choice, wild cherry Pepsi. Why? Because I'm all out of Dr. Pepper. All right. Whew. Maybe the humidity messes up the Wi-Fi or something. I don't know. Who knows? But yes, I know someone, trying to remember who it was, or I think it was Killer Kitty that was mentioning it on the second stream of the day there. I'm going to start documenting more of my tank projects here as well, because I know a while back some people were wanting me to do more videos about what I do here in the fish room, and which is good because they're very easy to make, and it kind of allows me to just kind of chat and just communicate with you guys more face to face, or I guess more face to camera, computer screen, or whatever. But no problem on that there. And finally getting some things down here. I got a couple more coming up here in the next coming weeks here, so make sure to keep an eye open for that. And yeah, we'll get something together here soon. T-Bone. Pepsi is not good. Go the Coke. I mean, I will say that I do like cherry Coke better than wild cherry Pepsi. I will say that for sure. I like both. I mean, there's not many sodas that I don't like, honestly. Unless it's diet, or for some reason, I'm just not really into cream soda either. Not sure why. I guess I kind of do. I feel like cream soda is just a little too sweet for me and my liking, but alas, other people like it. Both of my grandfathers love that dang thing, but not for me. See here, my wife also should be getting home here soon if she hasn't already. I thought I heard a door up there earlier, but she was getting a haircut today. So, oh yes, the wife, new gig and such there. So she is. I won't go too much on that, but yeah, she gets home now and future reference, she'll get about home when I get started. So you might see her in the chats more frequently here in the future. Let's see here. We got 15 more minutes here before the good old Metalheads Aquatic Mayhem gets going here for their Monday stream here. Going through the chat here, making sure I don't forget anything. Not much of a chat though, sadly, because, well, that's what happens when you have to do 3 different streams. Fish Ranch Aquatic saying hello. Hello to you to Fish Ranch. Good to see you here once again. Got to keep an eye on our rabbit over here too, making sure he's you can see the wheels in his head turning. He's trying to scheme a way to get out of his little playpen over there, and you can just see that he's I say the wheels in his little bunny head are turning. Furloughs Aquatics. Hello, Eric. Good to see you, man. Saying what's up. What's up with you, Eric? Good to see you here, man. Christine, am I planning on trying corals in the saltwater tank later? Not currently. I guess maybe it's because I've just heard a lot of people say that corals are a way different ball game than just the saltwater fish itself, or versus just doing live rock. I don't want to say it's a definite no, because I definitely think at some point I'm definitely going to give corals a try, because they're too beautiful not to try. The only thing is they're also very expensive. So chances are with the saltwater tank, I'm probably going to do baby steps into that. And at first, probably I might get some fake but semi-realistic looking coral pieces in there, just to, make it look aesthetically pleasing, I guess. But I can tell I had the rabbit over here, because man, oh man, I got little rabbit hairs flying all over my face right now. Yes, Zach, we're still going strong. Well, we're trying to. The third time's a charm here. I'm just hoping we can get this baby to last for at least 12 to 13 more minutes before our next awesome fish tuber, the Metalheads, get going here. And until then, like I say, my hands are back here. I'm not touching my keyboard. I'm not touching my mouse. I ain't touching nothing. We are not going to touch anything until it's time to drop the link to the Metalhead stream here at the very tip end, because I figure at least there if our stream randomly quits there again, at least we'll be pretty much done. And then I'll just post it in the chat there whenever. But alas, yes, we're still going strong. And to each and every one of you, I see we got 14 here, 8 thumbs up for, I appreciate and thank every single one of y'all for dealing with all the craziness here. I know that can also be very frustrating for you as the viewer, especially as me. I'm not, especially after the second time, it just kind of gets to the point where it's like, but alas. Furloughs. Some corals are easier than others. I'm probably going to mispronounce this, so I apologize in advance. Pronunciation is not one of my gifts in life, but those and Xenas are not as expensive as others, and mushrooms can be fairly easy too. Might have to give those a try. I mean, we got a couple of stores here in the Omaha area that have all these. And now I'm getting. I got to try to. There we go. It's all good, Zach. What I need to do is get like a little USB port one so I don't have to do my touchpad mouse, because I feel like my touchpad mouse is probably part of the problem. It probably is a little bit, it's probably seen its better days, because, I mean, this computer is over a year old, and I learned that sometimes the touchpad mice with me just don't last very long. And it's not that I do anything crazy on them, but they just don't. But I forget that, yeah, Eric, you've done a little bit of saltwater if my mind serves correctly. Or if there's any other saltwater gurus or folks here with some past knowledge or whatever. So what I'm thinking is, for the main fish, well, part of the reason why I've also talked my wife into allowing me to keep that fish tank in the first place, really, was I was thinking of the main fish in that 185 bow front would be a porcupine puffer. I personally would love to add an emperor angelfish and then maybe get like some smaller fish to go with those. Not too small, of course, because we don't want them to get eaten or, bullied or whatever. But if you got any other stocking ideas to go maybe with those two, or maybe just the porcupine puffer, because if I can only have one, we're only going to go with the porky puffer. But if you got any stocking ideas, I'm always open to hear. Beginner phase. Well, I mean, Eric, I got to tell you, that's still better than me. The only experience I have with saltwater is a brackish water tank with my figure 8 puffers. So. And I guess that's not even full marine. I guess you can still technically count it as saltwater, but it's not the full marine stuff, which is a different ballgame. Zach, what do I feed the Amazons? Well, I try to give them as much snails as possible. I also sometimes try to throw in some ghost shrimp for them as well. Or I try to do occasional live feedings for my puffers. I know some people really frown upon that, but I like to try to have my puffers, keep their little hunting aspects and traits about them, because I just feel like that gives them a better quality of life and such, and kind of gives them a little moment of feeling like a puffer in the wild and such. But getting them a chance to go hunt down their dinner and such. But otherwise, I give them bloodworms and such occasionally. I'll give them every once in a while, not very commonly, but I'll give them some beef heart every once in a while. I'll give them frozen krill as well sometimes. I try to vary up their diet as much as possible. But I mean, with 20 plus tanks down here, I get a lot of pest snails. So sometimes if I feel like doing a little extra work, I'll pluck out some snails out of my other tanks here, drop them in some of my puffer tanks, Amazons included, and let them have a little snail snack. James Tabor, my 2 blood parrots are constantly fighting because the one is bullying the other constantly. I added 2 more platinum and they don't care. Should I separate them? I would say that wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly. As weird as this may sound, I know some people even put like their fish in like a, by quote, timeout. And I know that sounds super silly. I have actually done it with some angelfish at times, and sometimes it's worked, sometimes it hasn't. More times than not, though, honestly, it's improved the situation at least. But my phone's going off there for a minute. But alas, we'll I would say that separating them for a little while may not be a bad idea. And personally, I would take out the aggressor first. That way the platinums and the one blood parent there, they can kind of create a new little hierarchy amongst themselves. And then after maybe about a couple weeks or so, or whatever or so, I would definitely let at least a week pass. That would be what I would do if it were me, at least. But separate them for a little while, a week or two, or if you feel like longer, go for it. I would say at least a week. 2 weeks would probably be the preferred, but if you want to go for 3 to give it a little extra time, go for it. And that way the other fish can still go and try to create a new little hierarchy. And sometimes that'll dissipate the aggression. Zach, Dan's Fish had a great trick for his Amazon puffers. He bought crushed up oyster stuff that you give the chickens. I could see actually where that would work. I have half clams, but obviously that's way too big for Amazons that max out usually anywhere between 4 to 6 inches, and probably lesser more around the 4 to 5 range, honestly, more realistically. But I mean, yeah, I could see where that would work too. Might have to try that too. Oh, and he mixed them with bloodworms and such. Okay, that I could see. Pufferfish are not for the faint of heart. They love their live food. Yes, they do, Jeremy. Yes, they do. Especially the ambush puffers. They especially really love their little ambush. Like my arrowhead puffer Chief. Well, actually, Chief, even for an ambush puffer, he's actually kind of docile compared to most of them. I'll put shrimp in there, and unless they literally go right in front of him, he's just kind of usually like, "Sup," and just lets them go right by. Now, whenever I'm taking care of some self-cloning crayfish down here, though, that's a different story. Then self-cloning crayfish, something about them, maybe it's because they're more filling to him. He'll take them down, no problem, and he's very happy to get those every time. The chicken stuff, yeah, if it's what I think it is, because I mean, it's been a hot minute since I've dealt with chickens, but there are some stuff that you put in with chickens and such. It's supposed to like help with their egg laying and such, I believe. But yeah, it's a hard enough deal where, yeah, I'm sure it could help with puffer teeth if you can get them to eat it. Going through here. Going through the chat. Yes. And I am not using my mouse. I am using the arrow keys. That way I cannot accidentally bump something. Let's see here. You're good, Zach. You're not spamming, man. Let's see. We got 5 more minutes before the good old metalheads take the stage here. Let's see here. What do we want to talk for just a couple more minutes? We got out here. Absolutely. Just love talking to another puffer guy as well. I mean, hey, they're awesome fish. I mean, there's a reason why I used to have more, but I would love to have more someday, but there's lots of other fish I also like too. And that and puffers also require a lot more work. As Jeremy was saying there earlier, yeah, they're not for the faint of heart, not just because they also love their live food, but they have a few more demands than some of your other fish, like tetras or like even angelfish or cichlids even. If you wanted any of them, they probably, I mean, you really got to stay on top of the water changes. And since they won't take flake or pellets often, you can sometimes train them to take certain kinds and such. But I would say, puffers, their diets are not usually very cheap either. So, I mean, they got some little higher maintenance needs. James Tabor, best way to feed a 1-inch Frontosa fry. I would say if they're about an inch or so, I would try some brine shrimp, perhaps. You could either get like a little hatchery thing, like at a local PetSmart or a local fish store. Usually they have the directions right on the packaging as well. Or you could also, I know you could probably even, if they're an inch, they should, I think, be big enough then to probably start feeding frozen foods and such potentially. But if you want to go ahead and maybe try giving them some frozen brine shrimp as well, that might be a idea as well there. But so yeah, at 1 inch, I would think they're probably big enough to start taking some brine shrimp, maybe even some bloodworms by now. I wouldn't do the jumbo bloodworms, but like the bloodworms and brine shrimp for sure should be able to feed them just fine there. Where do I get my puffers, asks Jeremy. Many places. Fortunately, I'm fortunate enough to have 5 stores here located in the Omaha area. However, though, Jeremy, since you live in the mainland USA, there is a store here in Iowa otherwise that I've gotten a couple of my puffers, such as my Maboo puffer and my Cross River puffer. If you want, visit the Fish Fix, or it's fishfixusa.com. It's a store located right here in Thayer, Iowa. They ship anywhere within the mainland United States, and they have a great website there. I mean, last time I was there, they had a load of spotted Congo puffers. They had some Fahakas as well. I know he was going to get some Maboos in very soon again. Some pea puffers. He had some green spotteds, figure eights, and such. He told me the last time I was there, he feels like I kind of got him on a bit of a puffer trend as well. He's another guy that also really likes angelfish. So really love that guy's store too, because we really share a lot of common interests there and such. But I will also go ahead and put that in there, the chat for you as well. There you go, Jeremy. If you want to, go ahead and check out fishfixusa.com. And they have a pretty wide selection there too. I mean, not just even puffers. I mean, cichlids. They had like some catfish in there, red-tailed catfish, even if you're really into monster fish. And of all the freshwater selection, I've been to stores in Kansas City, Denver, the Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota area. I went to one in Tennessee there with Aquatic Marine in Knoxville, all throughout the Midwest here. And at least in terms of the Midwest here, they have just as good of a freshwater selection of pretty much anywhere else that I've been. And again, fishfixusa.com. Be sure to give them a look, see if you're looking to get some fish shipped to you. All right, guys, but it is 6:10 here. The metalheads are going to be going live here shortly. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the link here, hopefully without cutting this stream abruptly here. And with that being said, metalhead stream here. Bingo. All right. So I know this was a bit patience testing at times, guys. I appreciate all of y'all for your patience and coming back and still supporting the show here today. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. I promise at least next week I will try to make things go a little more smoothly. But alas, we'll figure it out here eventually. And I'll hopefully figure out what all went down here so this doesn't happen again. But yes, I'm going to drop the link to the metalheads here now. You'll find it there in the chat there. Be sure to go check them out there. Awesome group of Fish Fam YouTubers there as well, and definitely like what they do there as well. But until next time, guys, again, I'll try to have a video out here before we do another live stream. But as always, thank you for all the support. See you next video, Fish Fam. As always, stay fantastic.